Yeah, that was my next question. So usually, when we are alone, that's when the mind tends to go up in all quadrants and so many
Yeah.
different thoughts come. So, how do you develop a strong mindset to keep yourself focused despite thoughts that take you away from your purpose or your goals?
Sandeep, that's just who I am. I'm just headstrong, stubborn. And I've channelized those negative, what we call negative, being stubborn and arrogant and headstrong, into something completely positive for me. So I'm stubborn and I'll be like, hello, keep going. So I'm able to also convince myself and talk myself into keep going. So it's, yeah, converting. We use these as negative annotations, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just how you look at it. So I converted that into a positive thing for me and pushed myself.
What changed after the 81-kilometer swim for you personally?
A lot of weight. I'm not kidding you. I went in like a lump of, like a sack of potato, and because this is fresh water, thank God. And because you're packing, because there are times I couldn't feed, I couldn't go close to the boat because, like I said, the winds would come. So I couldn't really feed as much. So all that nice accumulated happy fat went into burning out.
Okay.
And this is me knowing my body, being smart about it. So I know if this is how much I consume, this is how much I'm going to put on, and that's how much would go to waste. Like if I know I'm going to train, this is the proportion I would eat. This for my training, but I'd always eat a little more, so it gets packed.
Okay.
Okay, and then if you're not able to feed, you just swim and you just lose it. Yeah, so I was like all full figured and everything after my 81. So okay, no, apart from that, changed a lot because suddenly people were like, "This exists." Uh, I would say at least about 15% of people around me who aren't swimmers or who aren't athletes, whatever, they were like, "This exists." I was like, "Yes." So maybe I kind of put it out there. Swimmers knew, but nobody really attempted it. So people started getting aware of it. So maybe that awareness happened that, oh, something like this happens. I guess that's what happened after the 81. And slowly after that, it just kept building. And then I went to Bombay and swam with the dolphins. And then that is a preparation for my two-way swim.
Okay, the Sri Lanka swim that you
Yes,
spoke
yeah,
about.
India, Sri
Okay.
Lanka, and back, the two-way. So yeah, so these are preparations you do. So again, you're training for that. And then once you finish that, you're in recovery for about 2-3 weeks, and you're back in the pool again, training for the big swim.
Okay.
So it's always one step, one step, one step.
And professionally, did something change after the 81-kilometer swim?
No, nothing really
Okay.
professionally changed. Like I said, only the awareness was created.
Yeah.
But a lot of things changed for me after my two-way swim in 2023.
Okay.
Yeah, lots changed.
And could you take us through that? But before that, the Sri Lanka swim you mentioned was 64 kilometers one way or up
Oh
and
no,
to
that's
and
the
from?
swim. It's a two-way swim.
Yeah.
Two-way up and down is 64 kilometers.
Okay. And again, how was the preparation process for that? I think the
Same thing.
water was the.
Same thing. So before that, I went to Bombay and swam with the dolphin, and then I went and swam here. So it's that's the preparation. You're constantly in the water, training your mind.
But why with the dolphins? I had to ask this
Bombay, the
question.
dolphins just came in. I was swimming,
Oh,
and
okay.
they just came by. They were there, and it was fantastic. It was amazing.
Is it?
It is. Things changed because of the recognition. There was suddenly overnight, people started getting to know. Comments started flowing, negative comments, positive comments. People who know, people who don't know were free to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so suddenly I'm recognized as a person,
Okay.
as an athlete. Uh, I became a hashtag. The government of India hashtagged me as Sucheta De Burman, hashtagged my name. And India Today called me the Aqua Woman of India. So the name stuck. There was a lot of recognition per se, but monetary wise, zero.
Yeah.
So no, so yeah, I go out, I give corporate talks, motivational talks, and then I go to schools, institutions, and but the point is, unless you're there, nobody really knows.
Yeah.
I can give you a whole bunch of gyan, like I told you earlier, but unless you're there, you'd never really know.
Yeah.
People don't understand because, again, it's not something that in our country as India uh, is something openly spoken about, done a lot. There are a few things mushrooming here and there, but nothing really where you're backed up 100%. You literally have to be looking around for sponsors and like, yeah, but it is there. It is slowly being recognized, but not the kind of recognition uh, other sports would get.
Okay.
It's not a priority. This is more riskier. It's than any other sport
Yeah.
because the sea. So when you're out in the open water, anything happens to you, there are no clues. Everything gets washed in the water.
Yeah.
The more secrets the ocean holds than human beings and this and land. So you never know. So many places people are still discovering in the ocean.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, you're playing with life.
So when you mentioned that with fame came positive comments and a lot of negative comments from people who know nothing about what's happening.
Yeah,
So the negative comments usually tend to impact us more than the positive ones.
always.
How do you deal with these? And did it also impact family to go through these comments online?
Oh no, my parents couldn't be bothered. They couldn't be bothered. They were like, let it be. People talk, but it did bother me. It did. But to be very honest, I really never had anybody in my life who were on that pedestal, or on someone known to guide me through it. So I had to deal with this on my own. Triggered a lot of things. Triggered because I didn't know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? I would have outbursts. I would have, I would just behave uh, out of me as a person because I didn't know how to deal with it. Everything happened overnight, and suddenly, it impacted me. It did bother me because I was like, "What the hell, dude? What I've done. I mean, I know what I sacrificed. I know what I've given up in my personal life to be there, and no one seemed to understand it because it was only the Olympics. It was possible only in the Olympics or these wide array of sports. It was only possible there for people. It wasn't possible for the unknown people to be able to understand how to go through it. It was tough. Like, hey, don't bother. Like, it would bother me. Yes, it would. But yeah, actually, I think after a point of time, you're like, yeah, I think you just give yourself time to deal with it and then you're done with it. Now, if anyone says anything, I just shrug it off because, like I said, even then, at the same point, I realized who I am. And I just figure out, okay, this is what I'm going to allow to bother me. This is what I'm not going to allow bother me. Unless any for me, coming home is the most safe haven for me. So it's where I feel safe. This is everything. So when I'm here, I'm protected. So that's why I said I like being home. I feel very protected. Don't have to deal with anything else on the outside.
So that was the negative part of it. Now the
Yeah.
recognition part, how what happened internally with you and then at home with parents. I'm sure you mentioned dad was your coach
Yeah.
and
My mom's support, really, I mean, uh, she she really bent backwards a lot because, see, even my dad being a coach, he would just tell me what to do, right? Ultimately, it's me doing it and me pushing myself. Then came my mom in the picture. Ma would be like, food is ready, food is hot, and she would ensure that she makes lots of vegetables. And I'm really not fond of vegetables that much. So she would stack up, a lot of meat and protein for me. So a lot of it happened at home too. and they they disregarded anything other people's, like the comments. They never read it, they never bothered to read it, because they knew it's like, this is my daughter, and they were proud of me, they are proud of me, and they know what they have sacrificed, you know they know what I have sacrificed to get to where I am. So that's all I need. I said, this is my safe space, this is where I'm protected. So the recognition for them, they were like, wow. So I ended up doing 2 TEDx, and I've probably gone to, I don't know how many institutions and schools and motivational talks, so much. And being on the other side, when I'm in school, I would see the chief guests, they talk about the achievements. Suddenly I'm on the other side. It was a little overwhelming at first, but I think I just got with it. And it's not about repeating the same thing again and again. I believe what I'm saying. It's not an affirmation. It is a true belief of of my expression in words. So I say what I believe, and yeah.
So when you go to schools, just out of curiosity, how's the reaction of students, especially the girls, when they see someone who's achieved so much?
To be
Has
honest, the parents are more amazed.
Huh? Okay.
The parents are more, again, like I'm saying, the awareness was not there.
Yeah.
Sports was very limited.
Yeah.
Now suddenly it's like, then they know, okay, pool, swimming, Olympics. It starts and ends there for them. So to know was completely out of. So the girls also, like, the parents, the kids want to take pictures with me, the parents want to take pictures with me. And I think most of these places I go, the parents are younger than me, to be honest.
Yeah, okay. What are some of the challenges that you faced during your one? We spoke of the transition from corporate life to swimming, and you spoke of the insecurities around finances. But then, when you decided that you're going to go full time into swimming, were there any other challenges that you had to
Not
face?
really. I had 100% support of my parents,
Okay.
backed up 100%.
Yeah.
Like I said, they know the sacrifices, they know what they've done, and I know them. I know that too. That's why I said, this is my safe space. My parents are supporting me, it's because I'm passionate about it. And it's something I like doing. I love doing it. It's like passion runs out at a certain point for everybody. I mean, we're human beings, right? Yeah, there are times like I just don't want to go swimming. Now I've done all this, and I really don't get up and go early at times, but I do miss the water. I am a little lazy. I have become a little lazy now, to be honest. But I think it's okay for me, because what I think, the mental exhaustion, the physical exhaustion emotional exhaustion I went through the last 3-4 years, I think taking 2 years off is good enough for me to catch my breath.
Okay.
And my parents support me completely. That is the reason I can just sit around and do nothing, to be very honest. And they're okay with it, because they understand. They have seen me, they've watched me. And it's like, sometimes it was like madness. At times, I would also call it madness. It's not crazy. It was pure madness to be doing the training, because that is where everything matters, right? It's your training. I don't want to burn out. So it's okay for me to take some time off, whether it be 2 years or 3 years. I think it's quite okay, because I define what I want to do, and it's my body, it's my mind. So I really don't want to burn out. I swear. That's the last place I want to go. No fatigue. So I think giving yourself time, no matter what you do, in any, whether you're working or whether you're an athlete, or I think anything you do, I think sometimes you just got to sometimes stop, because it's health, yeah. And the human body is beautiful. It's a miracle. It works in phenomenal, magical ways, but there's a limit to everything. So when your body is telling you stop it, your mind is also telling stop it. I think it's okay to stop, and I give myself that. I think I deserve to just do nothing for some time, because I don't have to prove anything to anybody. It's at home, it's my parents and myself have to be happy, not be miserable.
Okay. So there's always going to be negative criticism with
Oh,
whatever we do. So and back to what we discussed earlier, saying the amount of pressure children are under nowadays. So what do you suggest to kids when they come across such situations where there's a lot of negative criticism? What do they do in such situations?
see, back in our time, Sandeep, we didn't have social media.
Yeah,
We only had TV, we only had parents who would crib and complain and go
yeah,
study, go
yeah,
study, go
yeah,
study, nag all the time. And then we had jobs, we're all set in life today, and there was a certain sense of stability we had back then. But today, with the growth in population, with with social media, with the internet, I don't know what to tell them anymore, to be very honest. Because I would, at home, your parents would tell you something, but then, then you go on to Chat GPT and start talking to Chat GPT as it's your friend. You can't trust anybody. You can't. There's so many things happening on TV, on social media. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand what to tell them really.
yeah,
But all I would say is, find what you're passionate about that makes you happy,
yeah,
and uh, and find someone you can talk to who would understand. It can be just one person. It can also be the plant outside your house, but talk it out. But not to an internet, you know, internet solace.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
that exists. So I would just say you have one person in your world, in your life, one person who really truly understands you. You can talk to. That's all you need. The rest is just riffraff, and the rest is just noise.
Yeah.
People love talking.
So now, let's say a child is passionate towards building a career in swimming and has the resources. How do you suggest that they start constructing their life there?
No, it's simple because once you're training in a good academy, once you're training under a good coach, it's the only way up because your coach knows this child is talented, and then you get selected for nationals, you get selected for Asian Games or you know things of that sort. You just start getting recognized there, and it's the admin, it's the management that says, oh wow, this child is good. So the parents are also pushing the child and supporting the child through it all. But then it all tends to stop after a point.
Okay.
It's like just swam so much through your life. So they start working, they start, you know, focusing more on studies and projects because it's challenging. Like I told you, the competition is so fierce today. You have 200 people for one job opening. It is really fierce. Sports will only take, and if you see what's the percentage of sportsmen in our country who are actually, they've been getting supported or recognized. So it is possible, provided you go through the right channels.
So how do I identify the right channels or the right coach?
Um, Normally, when kids start swimming, they start swimming at a very early age.
Okay.
That's like 4 or 5, very similar to when I started. And then, so the coach sees you, grow up, not only even as a swimmer, even as a person, understand. So that's what a coach, like coaches are taught how to identify, how to understand the child. No, not everyone is the same. Everyone is unique. Every body is special in our own way. So that's how the coach identifies. That's what the coach sees. So it starts at a very young age. So I recently did a course on science of young athletes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it talks about when a child is growing, whatever. When a child is at a certain age, pre-maturation, maturation, post-maturation, how the body changes, what are the chemical changes, what do you do when these changes are happening, what workouts you give the child to enhance growth and not they wouldn't get underdeveloped. You develop each one's strength.
Yeah.
So men, boys and girls mature at different ages, men and women have different body types, so everything changes, you know So I studied that. I did that course.
Okay.
Yeah, and I got 96%. So I'm very happy. So that gave me an understanding. Plus, also the knowledge I got from Sai as a swimming coach. Also, the knowledge I've gotten from this course. It's from Yale University. It's a course online. So this is just adding to my knowledge. So this is making me understand better. That is really it. So the coach sees the child from that age growing constantly, physically, as an athlete, even school, even everything. So the coach will take you through. Coaches today are counselors also, because you have school, you have your parents, and then who's the person you can talk to? Coach, I have this problem. You'd help me out. So the coach understands. Okay, this happening, so won't pressure the child. Go easy on the child. So you communicate. I think communication is so important. So it's a coach that molds you into who you are and takes you. But as long as the child also is willing to go the distance, and the parents are also willing to go the distance. So it's like it takes the whole village.
You personally, you've already accomplished a lot.
No, just it's just
Can you,
starting. It's just tip
or,
of the iceberg still.
and that was my next question. What are your? Do you have any goals
Oh
for with
no,
respect to the
nothing,
sport?
nothing yet. Sandeep, I told you I'm taking my break.
Okay.
I know, like I told you, the physical, mental, emotional exhaustion I went through. I really need time to even decide what I want to do forward. I need to take some time, and I have earned this time.
Okay.
And I'm grateful my parents are supporting me to take my time and get my bearings before I want to dive in and push myself into another crazy long, extra long distance swim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sucheta, thank you so much for taking time off and to share your journey with us. And I'm hoping that this helps a lot of students or individuals who are interested in the sport of swim. It gives them some clarity and some of the challenges that they can look forward to in the sport. So, from Resolve, thank you so much. Congratulations on all of your wonderful achievements, and we wish you a wonderful future ahead.
Thank you, Sandeep. This was nice. This was fun. It's yeah, it's been a while since I've actually been so honest and open about things. But thank you so much. I got to speak my heart, and it's something I've been longing to do. Thank you, Sandeep.